Hey there, guys, gals, and gender non-conforming pansexual zebrakins of color. Welcome to the Savage Sacktap. I just spent about 20 minutes trying to fix the mixer here because the computer wasn't picking up any sound, and then realized that the microphone was turned off. So, fuck me. This is going to be a hell of a day. Anywho, if you're wondering what the intro music was all about, Celino and Barnes is splitting up. The duo had a ubiquitous radio commercial for their personal injury attorney business. It was in New York. I think it was all over the fucking country, but there are a few things I thought I would hear on the New York airwaves forever, and Celino and Barnes, Cars for Kids, and that old jingle they used to use for the Mets on WFAN. WFAN, the Mets Radio Network. You know the one I'm talking about. Let's go Mets, F-A-N. Life is like that, though. You see or you hear or you do something long enough and it just becomes part of your routine. Humans are creatures of habit. That's what makes us so easy to kill. I sit in the exact same bus seat every day. A good sniper could take my ass out like that. You ever get on the bus and someone else is sitting in your seat? Fucking infuriating. Some little shithead looks like Odell Beckham Jr. but without an ounce of muscle, and he's wearing skinny jeans and a t-shirt that says "It's lit" or fucking hashtag lit, right? Doesn't have a sweet shirt that says testosterone on it. It's lit. He's probably looking at some dank ass memes on his phone, blasting music without using a fucking pair of earbuds, all from the comfort of your goddamn seat. Fucking infuriating. Little shit fucking with my routine. Things become part of your day-to-day. One thing I used to do every day when I was growing up was masturbate and defecate. I assumed that if I were invited to a party at the house that I grew up in, it's still cool for me to jerk off or pinch a loaf in the downstairs bathroom. You know? Familiar territory. I think between defecation and masturbation, I had like a 23-year career there. That's like if Keyshawn Johnson goes to a USC game. He's allowed in the locker room. He was only there for 4 years. 23. You had to jerk it in the bathroom in the house I grew up in too, by the way. The fucking basement stairs were directly behind, well, not behind the computer, behind the computer chair, to my rear. So you're back to normal time in the event of an ambush is like a 2-second window at best. So you got to be good to pull that off, even with the benefit of the elastic waistbanded gym shorts that are the favored masturbatory outfit of the teenage male. And our mother would make appearances at like the strangest fucking times. Often, but not always, fueled by white wine. One sec, sorry. This is not white wine, by the way. White wine tastes like fucking ass. I'm going on record with that one. With the exception of like champagne, white wine tastes like fucking ass. You shouldn't be drinking it. It should only be used to make vinegar. Anyway, she'd often fueled by white wine anxiety and a fabricated score of some sort to settle. So you never really knew if you were in the clear to get down to get down to business. So you were wise to stroke it behind the security of a locked door. The living room wasn't much of an option either, since we had like this big whoop, hey, knocking the mic all over the goddamn place. We had this big fucking picture window that faced our backyard. So that leaves me wondering, at what point does masturbating in front of a window go from accident to crime anyway? Aren't the people outside just as guilty of being peeping toms? Yeah? I feel like that's the case. I don't know. If I make a good faith effort not to be seen, can I still be accused? Or is it like, once my turgid manhood is seen in hand by those on the other side of the house walls, is that grounds for an indictment? An indictment. Throw a K in there. get caught masturbating, it's an indictment. Speaking of indictments, or, well, lack thereof thus far, the, how low can you go? The Donald was at it again. He fired James Comey, and he did it like a week after every liberal on the planet was just fucking screaming about how Comey had to be fired. And then he was fired. And then they were like, oh, how could Trump fire Comey? Now look, I'm not going to get into the particulars of whether or not he should or shouldn't have been fired. The POTUS puts together the executive branch, so generally speaking, this kind of stuff isn't that outrageous. Of course, you know, with the investigation, and he's got the allegations about Russia, etc., it does start to get a bit of that stank to it. The problem, as I see it, at least through the fog of my Gary Johnson ganja goggles. That's right, kids. For just 3 small payments of $19.99, you too can own a pair of Gary Johnson ganja goggles. Strap them on and forget where Aleppo's located. All major credit cards accepted. Sorry, no CODs. And the room billowed with smoke just moments ago. Anyway, the thing is, the left has been in an uproar over everything that Donald Trump has done since before he was even elected. Right? He cracks a joke about grabbing a little sniz during a bullshit session with Billy Bush. I mean, who else to talk about grabbing pussy with than a guy whose last name is fucking Bush? The left goes nuts. He wins a Democratic election because crooked Hillary decided she'd rather spend her time in the Hamptons than renting a room at the Hampton Inn in Akron, Ohio. They point that it drives them to pen these like borderline suicidal op-eds and social media posts. My country! I lost my country! What else? Trump and Obama engage in the peaceful transition of power, and the left dresses up like fucking cats and parades about the streets screaming about vaginas. That was a weird one. Well, he nominates Betsy DeVos, and they call him a Nazi. You know, you host a speaker on campus who once said something that liberals don't like, and they fire fucking bottle rockets, they throw punches, they destroy property. Yeah, real tolerance for diversity of opinion. They're all unhinged fucking children. So now, when the president is doing something that we could call probably more than a bit fishy, it's like the boy who cried wolf. You go fucking ballistic, and you compare people to Hitler because they don't want third trimester abortions or single-payer health care, and it's really, really hard to take you seriously when you bring forth a legitimate concern about something like, say, espionage or treason. Anyway, I got a fucking hair hanging down in between the glasses. This fucking... Alright, there we go. I think I got it. Oh, and they say with these investigations, they always wind up getting the guy on something unrelated to what they were actually being investigated for. Like Clinton, they were investigating it was a real estate deal, and it leads to the entire country becoming fixated on whether Bill blew a load on some fat chick's dress. How great would it be if it came out during the course of the investigation that Donnie's just been fucking plowing Ivanka? That's probably where the one gremlin daughter came from, right? You know which one I'm talking about. The only one out of the group that looks like she could be an incest baby. No one even knows her fucking name. It's just the gremlin daughter. How great would it be if they went through convo, like old text convos, and they find on pictures of Donald's just like fucking tiny orange dick on Ivanka's old BlackBerry, and he's got to go on the stand to testify. It would absolutely turn into a Nicholson, A Few Good Men moment, because Donald's a fucking narcissist. He's incredibly into himself. Ivanka, whatever you think of this family's politics, business dealings, or personalities, Ivanka is an objectively hot chick. So you know he would want everyone to know that he was able to hit that, and especially, add on top of the fact that he fucking cucked Jared Kushner. You could absolutely get the, "You goddamn right I did!" That wasn't a good Nicholson impersonation, and You probably shouldn't do a Nicholson. I think it's up there with the impersonations that you shouldn't do, but a lesser podcaster might have tried to impersonate Donald Trump, but I am not that cocky. So. What else do I hate this week? How about adults who are getting into fidget spinners? How terrible is the current crop of human beings between the ages of 25 and 40? I mean, we just fucking blow. Choke on big, hard moose cock. You don't know what a fidget spinner is. I don't think I have one, but I would just need to do this for reference, because some people don't know what a fucking fidget spinner is. I don't have one, but I do have this cock ring, which, this is better than a fidget spinner, I think. Because look, not only does it spin, it spins. This is spinning. It stretches, and show me a fucking fidget spinner that does this. It vibrates. Are we getting that? Are we getting the vibration sound? It's very light vibration sound, but it does vibe. Alright, stop. That needs to be... I should probably clean that off. Where the fuck was I before I broke into that cock ring tangent? Anyway, these things are designed for children, not cock rings, fidget spinners. They're designed for kids, which I get. When I was a kid, we had Pogs and slap bracelets, and then they had Tamagotchi. I understand that kids are going to need a stupid toy to play with, because that's what kids do. Kids are idiots. They can be amused just for hours by a piece of plastic. Okay, cool. I get that. But it's these urbanite, college-educated 20 and 30-somethings who are using it to treat their self-diagnosed anxiety. Like, I come from the most anxious family on the planet. You know how I cure my anxiety? By smoking pot, lifting weights, and rubbing my dick until it's a calloused, bloody lump. Right? That's my fidget spinner. Little tense for the big meeting this afternoon? How about some MILF POV, a puff on some sour diesel, and a hammer curl or two? Problem solved. This falsified anxiety is like the new I'm 1/16th Native American among urban professional white chicks and the odd male, a few guys in there, usually gay, but sometimes straight, Hillary voter, who identifies with women and the LGBTQIAA community. That's right. Progressive. I know the acronym. Odds are, though, if a person starts getting excited about pumpkin spice lattes before Labor Day even rolls around, it also very loudly pretends to have anxiety. These people with this pseudo-anxiety they're about as tolerable as the parents of a kid with a nut allergy. It's every 5 fucking minutes. I just couldn't even this morning. I was like I was legit freaking out. And we have that meeting this afternoon, and shut the fuck up. Oh my god. It's so infuriating that they make me make prison gay sex sounds. Oh my god, the fidget spinner seriously has been amazing. Someone on Twitter said that, which is funny, because aside from completely fabricated cases of anxiety that are plaguing older millennials, the spinners are also supposed to serve as like a stand-in for smartphones. I guess the thinking goes, if your hand is busy, like, with the fidget, that the cock ring has been tossed away. Lord knows where that fucking thing's been. Anyway, if your hand is busy with the fidget spinner, you can't, scroll or swipe or tweet about fidget spinners or whatever these fucking self-indulgent dickheads are doing with their phones. That's because we're addicted to social media, I guess they say. I fucking hate social media. I can't be the only one who thinks that social media fucking blows. I only keep my accounts because I need them for work and this podcast. And because I do kind of enjoy judging other people. But that's it. Here, to prove that this is why I hate. This is, if you want the nexus of my love-hate relationship with social media, I'm gonna rattle off a few of the Facebook posts that I've seen in just the past, 2 hours. Hi, all. Does anyone have any plastic forks, knives, or spoons that I can borrow? The fuck? Really? First of all, you go to Target, you spend $10, and you're good for months. Secondly, what do you mean borrow? You're supposed to throw those out after you use them. You know that, right? Do you mean to tell me that you're taking the flimsiest, most useless little white plastic utensils and subjecting them to repeat wear and tear and washings? What the fuck is wrong with you? Next one. Let's keep this candle going for all the moms in heaven. And it's a video. I don't have I just copy and pasted the caption, but it was a video of not even an actual candle. Just a poorly drawn digital candle. But I'm sure everyone's dead mother appreciates the fucking shout out. What else? And a couple more. Some guy advertising a challenge of the week, except he's got challenge written CHALLANGE. I guess the challenge is spelling challenge correctly. Got more. We got some Asian broad here who makes and photographs miniature pieces of food inside of a dollhouse-sized kitchen set. Running low on H2O. This might actually be the best ever way to get back at your parents after they've spent your entire childhood berating you for getting a 97 on an algebra test. These little yellow fuckers really have a zest for revenge. We might want to consider leaving North Korea alone. Fucking Kim Jong's probably got an entire factory dedicated to slave labor making mini fucking hot dogs inside of dollhouse kitchens. One more. Oh, this girl shared 12 crucial things I've learned by 27 about love and life. Both an arbitrary age and an arbitrary number. And based on this chick's profile picture, which features her and what apparently passes for a man these days, I'm gonna guess that number 7 is, on occasion your boyfriend will ask for a finger up the ass. Give him 3. There'll be plenty of room. Ugh. Social media is a fucking cesspool, I swear to God. And speaking of that cesspool, you can find us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/The Savage Crew. On Twitter, at Mike Montone and at The Savage Crew, although I don't use that account too often. Instagram, at Gary_Moyler, Moyler, And you can reach our voicemail line at 201-632-1372. That's it for video from that. I'm gonna take the fucking cock wasn't in my mouth, it was in my brain, stumbling over my words. That's it for the video. There is more to this episode. If you want to see it, check out thesavagecrew.libsyn.com. And as usual, the reason I'm wearing sunglasses is because when I wake up in the morning, I tend to get the dark circles and they look like someone ejaculated all over the right side of my face. So it was either look like a freak on camera or look like a douchebag. I went with douchebag because there is also a little bit of light coming in, and I figured why not block it out. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Catch yous next time. Check out all the links I told you to check out, and give me lots of downloads and page views. All right, later.